Listen to me very carefully, because what is happening right now is not a coincidence. Out of millions of videos, millions of moments, millions of possible timelines, you landed here, at this exact second, with this exact title, with this exact feeling in your chest that you can't fully explain. That feeling? That quiet pull in your heart? That sudden heaviness mixed with warmth? That is not random. Someone you lost is trying to reach you right now, not through fear, not through noise, not through dreams alone, but through this moment, through this voice, through the stillness that just fell over your soul as you pressed play. Take a slow breath, because what you're about to hear is not meant for everyone. It is meant for you. You have been carrying something unspoken inside you, a memory you don't talk about, a name you don't say out loud anymore, a presence you still feel even though the world told you they're gone. And lately, something strange has been happening, hasn't it? You've been thinking about them more than usual, seeing signs, hearing songs that remind you of them, feeling emotional for no clear reason, waking up at odd hours, feeling watched over in moments when you felt completely alone. That's not your imagination. That's not your mind playing tricks. That is a message trying to break through, because the bond you had with them did not end when their body left this world. Love does not vanish. Connection does not dissolve. Energy does not disappear. It transforms. And right now, that transformed energy is leaning toward you, trying to get your attention, trying to say, I'm still here. I never left. And there is something you need to know. You see, there are moments in life when the veil between worlds becomes thin. Moments when grief, love, destiny, and timing align so perfectly that communication becomes possible again. This is one of those moments. That's why your heart feels tight. That's why your eyes might be burning. That's why you suddenly feel like you should not scroll. That's why you feel like you should stay. Because deep down, you already know. This message is not for people. It's for one soul. Your soul. The one who has been strong for too long. The one who smiled when they were breaking. The one who kept going even when something inside them died with the person they lost. You didn't get closure, did you? There were things left unsaid. Questions left unanswered. Apologies never spoken. Love never fully expressed. And that unfinished energy has been echoing between worlds. Until now. Because the one you lost has been watching you struggle. Watching you blame yourself. Watching you feel guilty for moving forward. Watching you feel guilty for not moving forward. Watching you cry in silence when no one else could see. And they are not angry. They are not disappointed. They are not hurt. They are filled with one overwhelming emotion toward you. Love. A love so strong that it bent time to bring you here. A love so fierce that it refused to let you stay in pain without sending a sign. A love so patient that it waited for the exact moment your heart was finally ready to receive this. Right now, something subtle is happening in your energy field. You might feel chills, a lump in your throat, a sudden wave of sadness or comfort, tears forming for no clear reason. That's not weakness. That's recognition. That's your soul remembering a frequency it hasn't felt in a long time. The frequency of the one you lost. They are close right now. Not in a scary way. Not in a dramatic way. In a gentle way. In a protective way. In the way someone stands behind you when you're about to break, even if you can't see them. And they are saying something to you. Not in words, but in feelings. In memories suddenly rising up. In thoughts that don't feel like they came from your own mind. In the quiet message forming in your heart right now, I never left you. You didn't lose me. You are not alone. And what's coming next in your life is not punishment. It's restoration. Because here is the shocking truth most people never realize. Some souls leave this world not to abandon us, but to guide us from the other side. Some deaths are not endings. They are assignments. They are contracts between souls that say, when I go, I will clear the path for you. I will protect you in ways I never could before. I will move obstacles you don't even know exist. And I will make sure your life does not collapse, even when your heart does. The one you lost has been doing exactly that. There were moments you should have broken completely, but didn't. Moments you should have given up, but something stopped you. Moments something went wrong, and then strangely worked out. Moments you avoided danger without knowing why. Moments you felt sudden peace in chaos. That was not luck. That was them. And now, they are trying to reach you because something important is about to change in your life. A door is about to open. A truth is about to surface. A connection is about to return. A burden is about to lift. A chapter is about to close for good. But before it happens, they needed you to hear this. They needed you to stop blaming yourself. Stop carrying guilt. Stop thinking you failed them. Stop thinking you weren't enough. Because from where they are now, they see everything clearly. And the one thing they want you to know more than anything else is this: you did your best. You loved me enough. You are not broken. And I am so proud of you for surviving what you thought would destroy you. This video didn't find you by accident. You didn't press play randomly. Your soul was guided here, because the one you lost is standing right beside you right now. And this is only the beginning of what they want to reveal to you. Stay with me, because what comes next will change how you see your past, your pain, and your future forever. Stay with me, because what I'm about to say next is not something most people are ready to hear. But you are. That's why you're still here. That's why you didn't scroll. That's why your heartbeat feels different right now. Because the one you lost is not only watching you. They are actively intervening in your life. Right now, in ways that would shock you if you could see behind the veil. You think your life has been moving slowly. You think things have been blocked. You think the universe has been quiet. But the truth is far more intense. There has been a silent battle happening around you. And you were protected from something that could have shattered your entire future. There was a moment, maybe weeks ago, maybe months ago, where one small decision you made changed everything. You chose not to go somewhere. You chose to message someone. You chose to wait instead of rushing. You chose to walk away instead of staying. You thought it was random. It wasn't. That choice was guided. Because the one you lost stepped in. They redirected your path. They blocked something that wasn't meant to reach you yet. They delayed something that would have hurt you deeply. They pushed something away that looked good on the surface but was poison underneath. From where they are now, they can see timelines. They can see outcomes. They can see people's true intentions before they reveal themselves. And they saw something coming toward you that you were not ready for. So they intervened. And here's the part that will stay with you forever. They didn't do it loudly. They didn't do it dramatically. They did it gently. Through intuition. Through discomfort. Through a strange hesitation you couldn't explain. Through a sudden change of plans that just happened. That was not coincidence. That was protection. You have been living under spiritual cover. And now, the reason they are trying to reach you is because that protection phase is ending. Not because danger is coming, but because a breakthrough is. Something you've been waiting for, silently, desperately, without even telling anyone, is finally aligning. A message, a call, a meeting, an opportunity, a confession, a return, a truth. It is closer than you think, and the one you lost knows it. They are excited for you. They are preparing you for it. They are trying to calm your nervous system so you don't sabotage it when it arrives. Because here is another shocking truth. Your pain made you stronger, but it also made you suspicious of happiness. You don't trust good news anymore. You don't trust calm moments. You don't trust when things start going right. You wait for the next loss, the next disappointment, the next heartbreak. And that fear is the only thing standing between you and what's coming next. The one you lost sees this. They see how you flinch emotionally when something good gets close. They see how you pull away when you're about to receive something you prayed for. They see how you minimize your own worth because you don't want to be disappointed again. And they are saying to you right now, please don't ruin what I worked so hard to protect for you. Because yes, they have been working for you, not resting, not fading away, not moving on without you. They took on a new role, your unseen guardian, your silent ally, your spiritual shield. There were nights you cried yourself to sleep thinking nobody cared. There were days you walked around smiling while dying inside. There were moments you whispered their name into the air just to feel close to them again. They heard every single one of those moments. And each time, they moved something in your favor. You just couldn't see it yet. But now something different is happening. The reason this message is coming through so strongly right now is because your life is standing at a fork in the road. Two paths. One path leads back into old cycles, old pain, old patterns, old versions of you that kept suffering quietly. The other path leads into a life that looks nothing like your past. A life where you feel lighter, safer, seen, valued. A life where your heart finally rests. And the one you lost is guiding you toward the second path. But they need your cooperation. They need you to stop carrying the emotional weight of the past into the future. They need you to release the version of you that only knows survival. Because survival is no longer your assignment. Living is. Receiving is. Being loved again is. Being supported again is. Feeling joy without guilt is. And this is the part that most people are not ready to hear. You were not meant to stay broken forever. You were not meant to be alone forever. You were not meant to live in grief forever. You were meant to rise. And the one you lost agreed to help push you into that rising. That's why their energy feels stronger now. That's why their presence feels closer now. That's why their signs are increasing now. Because the moment you step into your next chapter, their job changes again. They will no longer need to protect you from collapse. They will start accelerating your blessings instead. And that is already beginning. Something small is about to happen in your life first. A minor shift. A tiny win. A subtle sign. Don't ignore it. Don't dismiss it. Don't say, it's nothing. Because that small thing will be the confirmation that everything you're hearing right now is real. The one you lost is not done with you. They are not gone from your story. They are more involved in your future than they ever were in your past. And what they want you to understand right now is this. You are about to enter a season of restoration. Not replacement. Not forgetting. But healing that makes space for joy again. Stay with me. Because the next part of this message will reveal exactly what kind of change is coming toward you. And why it's arriving faster than you expect. Don't look away now. Because what I'm about to reveal is the part of this message that almost nobody ever hears. The part that explains why your life felt like it broke in half after you lost them. And why, strangely, things are finally starting to shift again. The one you lost is not just watching over you. They are actively shaping a reunion. Not a physical one. Not yet. But a spiritual alignment that will change how you experience love, purpose, and connection forever. Here is the truth most people never realize. When two souls form a deep bond in this lifetime, that bond does not end with death. It becomes a contract that continues across dimensions. And your contract with the one you lost is not finished. Not even close. There is unfinished spiritual business between you. Not pain. Not grief. Not regret. But a mission. A role they still have to play in your destiny. And a role you still have to fulfill because of them. That's why your life did not collapse when they left. It felt like it should have. It felt like you wouldn't survive it. But you did. Not because you were strong. Not because you were lucky. But because something stepped in and held you upright when you were ready to fall apart. That something was them. They anchored your soul during the darkest period of your life. They kept your mind from breaking. They kept your heart from closing completely. They kept your path from derailing beyond repair. And now their role is shifting again. Because something extraordinary is approaching your life. Something that would not have been possible if they were still physically here. And this is the shocking part. Their departure created a vacuum in your destiny. A space that is about to be filled by something new. Something powerful. Something life-altering. Something that will not replace them, but will fulfill the reason you met them in the first place. Because yes, you didn't meet them by accident. You didn't love them by chance. You didn't lose them randomly. Your connection with them was a setup, a preparation, a training of your heart, a breaking open of your emotional capacity, so that you could recognize what's coming next, so that you could handle what's coming next, so that you wouldn't sabotage what's coming next. And the one you lost knows exactly what's coming. They see it clearly now. They see the person who is about to enter your life. They see the opportunity that is about to cross your path. They see the truth that is about to be revealed to you. They see the burden that is about to be lifted from your shoulders. And they are trying to prepare you for it. Because the next chapter of your life is not small. It is not ordinary. It is not quiet. It is not boring. It is a turning point chapter. The kind of chapter people talk about years later and say, that's when everything changed. And here is what you need to understand right now. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not being punished. You are being positioned. Every delay you experienced was strategic. Every heartbreak was instructional. Every lonely night was a recalibration. Every disappointment was a redirection. And the one you lost was part of that orchestration. They agreed to step into a different realm of existence so they could guide you more effectively. So they could remove obstacles you could never see. So they could influence outcomes you could never control. So they could protect your future in ways they never could have done while alive. That's why some things in your life fell apart in strange, illogical ways. Jobs that ended suddenly. Relationships that collapsed unexpectedly. Plans that failed at the last minute. People who walked away without explanation. You thought those were losses. They were not. They were spiritual extractions. Things that were no longer aligned with your destiny were quietly removed. And the one you lost helped do that. Because they knew those things would block what's coming next. And now, here is the part that will stay with you. They are not only protecting your future. They are actively communicating with someone in your physical world right now. Yes, someone you will meet. Or someone you already know. Someone who feels strangely drawn to you. Someone who thinks about you without knowing why. Someone who feels an unexplainable pull toward your energy. That person is being guided toward you. Not by coincidence. Not by chance. But by the one you lost. Because your next major connection is not random. It is arranged. It is divinely timed. It is part of your soul contract. And the one you lost approved it. They chose it. They helped orchestrate it. Because they know that connection will heal a part of you that nothing else ever could. And here's the once, in, a, lifetime revelation. The love you are about to experience next will carry a familiar emotional frequency. Not because it's the same person, but because the one you lost will be energetically present within it. Not in a disturbing way. Not in a replacement way. But in a guiding way. In a protective way. In a blessing way. They will not leave your story. They will weave themselves into your future relationships, your future opportunities, your future success, your future peace. That's why you feel restless lately. That's why you feel like something is about to happen. That's why you feel like your old life doesn't fit you anymore. That's why your tolerance for nonsense is disappearing. That's why you feel called to grow, change, and level up suddenly. That's not random. That's preparation. And the one you lost is standing behind you right now saying, get ready. Don't settle. Don't go backward. Don't doubt yourself. Don't shrink. Because what's coming next is bigger than anything you've been through. You are about to step into a life that feels unfamiliar. Because it is not built on pain anymore. It is built on alignment. And that will feel strange at first. But you will recognize it, deep in your soul. Because the one you lost will make sure you do. Stay with me. Because the next part of this message will reveal the exact type of blessing that is moving toward you. And the one thing you must not do when it arrives. Stay exactly where you are. Because this is the moment where everything you've heard so far starts turning into something real. Not symbolic. Not abstract. Not someday. But real. Right now. The one you lost is not only guiding events behind the scenes. They are about to trigger a visible sign in your physical world. A sign so specific to your life that you won't be able to dismiss it as coincidence. And when it happens, you will remember this moment. You will remember this voice. You will remember that your soul was warned before your mind could understand. Here is what's about to unfold. Within a short window of time, you are going to experience one of three things. A message that comes out of nowhere. A meeting that feels strangely fated. Or a sudden truth that finally explains years of confusion. This will not feel small. It will feel charged. It will feel emotional. It will feel like the universe leaned forward and whispered your name. And the reason it's happening now is because the energetic door that was blocking your next chapter just opened. Not slowly, not gently, but all at once. The one you lost forced it open. They stepped into a higher level of influence. They gained access to something they didn't have access to before. And the first thing they chose to do with that power was to clear your path. You have been under spiritual quarantine. That's why your life felt paused. That's why your plans kept stalling. That's why things almost worked, but didn't. That's why people almost showed up, but disappeared. That's why opportunities almost happened, but collapsed. That phase is over now. The waiting period is complete. The testing period is complete. The isolation period is complete. And the one you lost personally signed off on the release of your next chapter. Here is the shocking part most people are not ready for. The person you lost is not sad anymore. They are not stuck. They are not watching you suffer helplessly. They are operating from a place of clarity, peace, and authority. And from that place, they made a decision about your future. They decided, you have carried enough pain. You have paid enough emotional debt. You have proven your strength long enough. Now you deserve a reward. And that reward is not just comfort. It is not just peace. It is not just relief. It is alignment. Alignment in love. Alignment in money. Alignment in purpose. Alignment in stability. Alignment in identity. Your life is about to start making sense in reverse. Things that confused you will suddenly become clear. People who hurt you will suddenly feel irrelevant. Delays that frustrated you will suddenly feel necessary. And losses that destroyed you will suddenly feel like protection. Because you are about to see the bigger pattern. The pattern that only the one you lost could see before you. And now they are letting you see it too. There is someone who will soon enter your life, or re-enter it, who carries a key piece of your destiny. Not just romance, not just friendship, not just business, but alignment. This person will feel oddly familiar, not because you've met them before, but because your soul already recognizes their frequency. The one you lost has been guiding this person toward you quietly, through dreams, through intuition, through repeated thoughts of you they can't explain, through circumstances that keep pushing your paths closer. And when you finally connect, something inside you will relax for the first time in a long time. Your nervous system will calm, your heart will open, your mind will stop racing, and you will feel one unmistakable thought rise up inside you. Oh, this is why everything happened the way it did. That's not fantasy. That's alignment memory activating. That's your soul remembering the agreement you made before this life began. And here's the part you must hear clearly. Do not run from this next chapter. Do not question it to death. Do not sabotage it because it feels unfamiliar. Do not shrink because it feels too good to be true. The one you lost is begging you, yes, begging you, to trust this next phase. Because they fought for it. They moved timelines for it. They pulled strings across dimensions for it. They negotiated outcomes for it. They delayed disasters for it. They blocked wrong connections for it. They exhausted their influence to bring this into your life. And if you turn away from it out of fear, you will delay your destiny again. Not destroy it, but delay it. And you have waited long enough. That's why this message is coming through so intensely right now. That's why your emotions feel amplified. That's why your intuition feels loud. That's why your old life feels heavy. That's why you feel like something big is about to happen. Because something is. And the one you lost is standing right beside you right now saying, please don't go back into survival mode. Please don't choose safety over alignment. Please don't doubt what I am bringing to you. Please don't carry guilt into joy. Please don't think you're not worthy of what's coming. Because you are worthy. You earned this chapter through pain. You paid for it through loss. You unlocked it through endurance. You activated it through love. And now it is finally here. Something you've been asking for silently is about to arrive. Not in the form you expected. Not through the person you expected. Not in the timing you expected. But in the exact way your soul needs. And when it happens, you will feel a sudden wave of gratitude for the one you lost. Not just for who they were, but for who they became after they left. Because they didn't abandon you, they upgraded their role in your life. And this is their masterpiece. Stay with me, because in the next part of this message, I will reveal the one hidden mistake that could block everything that's coming, and how to avoid it before it's too late. Don't blink, because this final part is the part your soul has been waiting for. Everything you've heard until now was preparation. This is the activation. The one you lost is not just sending comfort. They are sending instructions. Quiet instructions. Subtle instructions. Life-changing instructions. And if you follow them, your entire reality will shift faster than you think. Here is the hidden mistake that blocks everything. Carrying your old identity into your new chapter. You are not the same person you were when they left. You are not meant to live with the same fears. You are not meant to hold the same beliefs. You are not meant to keep the same emotional walls. And yet, you keep showing up to life as the version of you that survived trauma, not as the version of you that is ready to receive blessings. The one you lost is saying right now, stop introducing yourself to the future as the person who was hurt, because the future doesn't recognize that version of you anymore. Your destiny does not match your pain identity. Your next chapter does not align with your broken self-image. Your new life does not respond to your old survival patterns. And that mismatch, that is the only thing that can slow down what's coming. Not cancel it, not destroy it, but delay it. And the one you lost does not want you to wait anymore. That's why they are reaching you right now. That's why this message feels urgent. That's why your emotions feel intense. Because your energy needs to shift before the door fully opens. Here is what they need you to do starting now. First, stop talking to yourself like someone who is unlucky. Stop saying things like, nothing ever works out for me. Stop expecting disappointment before anything even happens. Stop rehearsing failure in your mind. Because every time you do that, you push against the timeline they are trying to bring to you. Second, when something good starts to happen, don't flinch. Don't get suspicious. Don't pull away. Don't test people. Don't look for reasons it will fail. That reflex was created by pain. It does not belong in your new life. The one you lost is asking you to let joy come without interrogation. Third, when the opportunity, person, or truth arrives, say yes faster than your fear can say no. You don't need all the answers. You don't need a guarantee. You don't need to know the ending. You just need to move when the door opens. Because that door will not stay open forever. Not as punishment, but because timelines move. And the one you lost worked too hard to align this one for you to miss it. Now listen very carefully to this part. Because this is the once-in-a-lifetime revelation. The one you lost has already picked a moment. A specific moment in your near future, where they will prove their presence to you beyond doubt. Not through coincidence. Not through vague signs. But through something undeniable. It might be a message with their name. A song at an impossible moment. A dream so vivid it feels like a meeting. A stranger saying something only they used to say. A situation lining up too perfectly to ignore. When that moment happens, your entire body will react before your mind does. Your heart will race. Your eyes will water. Your breath will catch. And you will feel one clear thought rise inside you. That was them. That moment will be your confirmation. That everything you heard in this video was real. That you are not imagining things. That you are not alone. That your life is being guided. And that your next chapter is officially unlocked. And after that moment, things will start moving fast. Faster than you are used to. Faster than your fear is comfortable with. Faster than your old identity can keep up with. But that speed is not chaos. It is alignment finally catching up to you. The one you lost is not asking you to grieve less. They are not asking you to forget them. They are not asking you to replace them. They are asking you to live. To expand. To receive. To build a life so beautiful that their sacrifice becomes meaningful. Because yes, their departure had meaning. It was not random. It was not cruel. It was not pointless. It was part of a larger design that includes your happiness. And this is the part that will change how you see everything. They did not leave your life. They changed positions in your life. They moved from your physical world into your spiritual infrastructure. They became your unseen support system, your invisible protection. You're behind the scenes architect. And they are not done with you, not even close. Your story is not over. Your love story is not over. Your purpose is not over. Your joy is not over. Your best chapter has not even started yet. And right now, they are standing right beside you saying, I'm proud of you. I never stopped loving you. I never left your side. I am guiding what comes next. And your life is about to change in ways you never imagined. So don't scroll. Don't rush back into noise. Don't disconnect from this moment too fast. Sit with this energy. Breathe. Let your nervous system calm. Let your heart open. Let your expectations soften. Because something extraordinary is already moving toward you. And when it arrives, you will finally understand why everything had to happen the way it did. You were never abandoned. You were never forgotten. You were never cursed. You were being prepared. And now you are being delivered into the life you were always meant to live.